Do you guys remember this Minecon Minecraft meme?
Would you like to join my dad's Minecraft server, MineForgeCraft? I've got business cards here if you would like to join.
Join his Minecraft what?
Minecraft, MineForgeCraft.com.
MineForgeCraft.
He's had it up for like, a few years, I think now, and he's got really good staff. And I was wondering if you would like to maybe join it.
I'm having a hard time hearing what to say, but if it's a clan, I'd love to be invited.
The Minecraft server, my dad does Minecraft server. Yeah,
Maybe we can take the card and check it out later.
Yeah. I can take the card and look at it.
Sweet.
Well, if you don't, this person is Anacondasin, which we will be discussing in this video. Basically, what happened was she went on live and exposed herself for doing very disgusting things. Very predatory things. A few months ago, like, the same thing happened, but it wasn't this bad. She admitted to stuff that, God, it is way worse than last time. That's all I can really say. I'm just gonna explain some things and then show you clips of her admitting this stuff. She claimed that she did stuff to kids on Tinder and didn't get charged because she was drunk, which makes zero sense at all.
They had a whole like hours of video of me like talking to them in detail of things.
So, like, can I ask you a kind of personal question? You don't have to answer it, like whatever you're comfortable with. But
well, you have to be careful how you say it because it's TikTok. But
oh, okay. Were you a PDF? Did you do that stuff, or is that just?
I told the investigator that happened on Tinder, and he said, well, because I was drunk, it wasn't consent, and that's why I wasn't charged of anything.
Were you actually drunk?
I was actually drunk at the time, yeah, but my mom died, and I was drinking.
I'm so sorry.
And they lied and said they were 18, and when I realized I messed up, and it happened more than once, I uninstalled the app, and I never went back on Tinder.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, it's a good thing.
So, you did talk to kids though, right?
Back then on Tinder, when I was drunk, yeah. But I didn't. No.
Did you do it any other time? I'm just curious. Maybe people will forgive you for it if you talk about it, but you know.
The next thing she does is claim that she did a thing at Yogi Park with a child and doesn't want to explain further.
Yeah, there was this one time at Yogi Park.
Oh.
And, there was one time at the Hiking Hills. It's a place you go to when you travel and you go camping.
Yeah, make sure you don't dox yourself though.
I know. And I'll just leave it at that. And it was in 2020.
Mm-hmm.
And I was also drinking. I was left at the camp all by myself, and I went to the park and I wasn't supposed to, and yeah, I'll just leave it at that.
It really seems like she just gets attracted to children as soon as she gets drunk, which makes no sense. That would mean that there is an actual attraction there regardless. Obviously, she's not doing this because she's drunk. She has an attraction of children. Then the person questioning her ends up getting her to speak a little bit more, where she just fully admits to this and recalls everything, so she's not as drunk as she claims.
Yeah, okay. So, you said the dog stuff never happened, but you did stuff in a park?
Not in a park, in my dad's camper.
Oh, okay. And that was with someone who, you know.
He said, he told me he was...
What compels people to admit this, let alone even do this type of thing? It's fucking disgusting. And I know you can make the argument, well, she has a disability. Disabilities don't mean it's okay to do this stuff to children.
Oh, a 10-year-old.
Yeah. And, yeah.
How old were you?
Dude, it really looks like she is trying not to smile, smirk, or laugh. It's fucking foul. Then she gets into how old she was when she did this to this boy.
2020. I was born in 1994.
Oh.
So, 26, 24.
So you were 26 and they were...
Yeah, that's what he told me after the fact.
After the fact? After the fact. That's your defense. After the fact? after the fact it happened? Are we fucking for real right now? There is no way you did not know how old that boy was. Are you kidding me? Then this motherfucker has the audacity to say, the thing that got me was his voice was deep.
Because his voice, what got me was his voice was deep. His voice was really deep when he spoke to me. And he was tall like me. He was like,
and he was
5'2". Yeah, he was 5'2" and he had a deep voice.
It doesn't matter how deep his voice was or how tall he was, right? You would still know by the features of his face, the mannerisms. The motherfucker is not going to be mature. I have zero belief in the fact that she did not know what she was doing. I believe she knew exactly what she was doing.
Yeah.
Wow, that's
kind
of crazy.
Yeah.
Wow, that's kind of hard to hear. Is that are they okay? Are they?
I don't know. I just sent them on their way. I gave them a soda before they left. I never spoke to them ever again.
That really feels like you just used that boy for your pleasures. Okay, that is actually quite literally the most disgusting thing ever. You're fucking disgusting. You need to get help for your attraction. Not only did she admit this, but in the past she admitted to liking to doing stuff to animals, which is actually so fucking disgusting.
So there were no charges pressed against you?
No, they just went back to the park, like, whatever. And I never spoke to it ever again.
So, what exactly did you do? You don't have to talk about it. I'm just kind of...
I can't go
You can't go into detail?
No, because it's TikTok. I can't go into detail. That's for counseling and stuff, but...
Yeah, I'm honestly just curious, because, that's kind of a deep thing to hear about, so...
Well, if you could acknowledge that you had a problem or that something happened where you had a problem, and you can, then just seek help for it, because that's what counseling is for, then I can at least, going forward, do better.
But, if you're it's kind of game over, right?
You can't say it that way. You have to say PDF.
Sorry. I meant PDF TikTok.
Yeah, it can be a hard thing to realize if you, because for one, it's not only forgiving yourself, but if you can if you can feel remorse and feel bad about what you've done, then you gotta go think, okay, what can I do to go forward? Then that will happen.
Well, I don't think you're remorseful. I think you're just saying that now because you want people to view you differently. You were literally trying not to laugh and smirk a few seconds ago.
I realized going through the TikTok lives, there was a bunch of kids roasting each other on TikTok lives and things like that, right? And that's why I needed to avoid those lives.
Yeah. You don't want to talk to more of them, right?
Right. And if my eyesight going bad, I might not always tell that the person is, on the camera, a kid.
Did you say you were trans to kind of, make a new persona or get away from the stuff that was happening to you?
Yeah.
Or were you actually feeling some emotions from this?
It was to escape what was happening to me.
So you weren't actually feeling like you were a guy?
It was one of my personas in my head. Imagine if we were all in Sims and I blogged on here and I created a persona of myself.
This is her admitting that she faked being trans to get away from the allegations. That is fucking insane and disgusting, and a disgrace to the LGBTQ community.
Right.
Okay. I used to play GTA 5. I don't know if you know what that is. You go back in the world and you're role playing as one person, this person, and that person, and you have 3 different characters going on. That's kind of how I did it with the TikToks.
So you're aware that you're kind of like a locale, right?
Yeah,
one of those things.
I was on Kiwi Farms. I was banned banned off page 72 because of spam. Technically, I guess I replied to too many comments and people got annoyed and said I wasn't welcome.
I'm sorry about your mom. That's awful.
Yeah, that's kind of what led me down this thing of not only did I do the stuff on Tinder that I wanted to do, but I basically used that as a coping mechanism for my mom passing away.
Oh, so
You guys have to give some props to this motherfucker for coming up with that bullshit right there. It's a coping mechanism? Are we fucking for real right now? You don't cope by touching children.
you were a PDF
Yeah.
as a coping mechanism. It wasn't actually for malicious intent?
No, it was not Melissa's intent. I didn't wake up one day.
Oh, yeah.
This.
You just talked to cope, right?
No, it was I was just on a Nintendo app, and then they happened to lie about their age, and I was drinking every day. I wake up every
But with
day.
the 10-year-old, was that also kind of to cope?
I think it was a childhood memory, and a coping mechanism as well, I believe too. Yeah, because if you really think about it, there was a lot of emotion behind it, and it reminded me of somebody I knew when I was younger. That was around his age, when I was his age, if that makes sense. And
That makes it even more gross. You were thinking about yourself, your 10-year-old self, with another 10-year-old, and you thought that's why it's okay? Like, that's fucking disgusting.
yeah, reminded me of those experiences.
Do you, like, know other locales? Do you guys talk? Like, for instance, let me think. Do you know this one? I think his name's Nova Online. Do you know him?
I don't know him. I've heard of him. I watch his content on YouTube and stuff. He's pretty funny. I like his content, but I don't know him.
I'm telling you, bro, there's gonna be, like, a band of lolcow predators, and he's gonna be the new fucking Avengers or something. Like, what is this?
Oh, do you know, like, or, I guess, I don't know, like, do you
I
know
knew
any?
Cywax because Marty had helped me with talking to him, and then we would go on panel and like go back and forth and stuff. And I dated him one day, and then he broke up with me. It was kind of an internet thing. It's like
So you dated Cyrax?
one day, yeah, on the internet.
That's actually insane. This motherfucker dated Cyrax for a day? That's so fucking pathetic, dude. All these lolcows, they just like get in groups with each other because they have no one else to go to.
What's your rehabilitation plan? Because you mentioned you wanted to stay away from the web. And also, before you answer that, are you comfortable with letting anyone else into the live? Or do you want to just keep it with me? Okay, yeah, but about the rehabilitation thing, what are you going to do to stay off, like, the internet? Are you going to, like... I mean, if I were you, I'd delete all my accounts, but what are you going to do?
Keep my mind busy. Work on losing weight. Good treadmill.
Oh, yeah.
Books. I'm gonna listen to my music. What else? Go to church every now and then whenever my boyfriend is off work.
Boyfriend? How the fuck did this motherfucker pull someone, dude? It's probably like another Cyrax or some shit.
Probably start journaling again. Find a way to journal these emotions
Yeah, I
and
heard that's
thoughts
really
out rather than posting something when it comes to my mind.
Do you think you're going to get a job, maybe?
I don't know. I don't think so because I'm losing my eyesight.
Yeah, of course you're not gonna get a job, you know, because you're pathetic as a person, as a lolcow. You're fucking disgusting.
So, and I have other disabilities going as well. So I don't really think that having a job would be in my best interest because I've had full jobs in the past, and doing this now that I'm a lolcow, it'll be even harder.
Yeah, probably.
Because I've seen what happened to Nova, and I've seen what happened to Cywax. Cywax can't go walking down the street without... And I've seen what happened when other people did Cywax with lolcow coming to his house and all that. I can't mention too much about it, but you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, just make sure you don't dox yourself and you'll be fine.
But I also don't want it to get to that point. Does that make sense? I don't want to be so hated like Cywax to the point where someone comes to my house, or like so hated to the point where like I can't walk down the street.
You can't really help that since, you know, you did, you know, do all the things.
I really wouldn't be surprised if it did happen to you, considering the things you admitted in this live stream. You're fucking disgusting. You're pathetic as a human being, and I'm just repeating myself because I have nothing other to say than this.
They said not to make any more videos or anything about that because I don't want anything to happen.
Well, I mean, this isn't a video, this is a live, so...
Well, yeah, but it still counts because it could be clipped and used against me in the future or whatever.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, hey guys, nobody clipped this.
No, they say that, now they're gonna do it, though.
Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, I didn't mean that. I'm so sorry.
How long have you been dating?
Since January, and he's 45. I'm 46. He's 46, and I'm...
Oh, 40.
Yep. pretty cool.
All right. Well, that's a good age.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm sorry if that's too much, but I've heard like stuff about that. Like,
So
like
the thing is about that is I never did anything with an animal.
you just talked about it.
Because there was a guy on Tinder. Because Tinder, you never know what people you meet about people on the internet.
Yeah.
There was a guy on the internet. I don't know what his last name was. His name was Chad. He had a job. He was like 45 at the time. He even went as far as getting a red truck, driving around in like a red pickup truck and having red cowboy. He had a dog, and he basically tried to with that, and it didn't work.
Oh.
And I was stuff, and then I never went back to his house because he was gonna get a new dog, and I don't like animals really that well. I mean, the maintenance, the time.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
like,
just, they can't talk back to you. I mean, like you and I can. You know what I mean?
yeah, you know.
And it was
Can't
just
give
what
consent.
like not smart, you know. So
Yeah.
it's like, yeah.
I highly doubt that they're telling the truth on this because they literally went into detail on that one live.
So you've never been attracted to like a like a more intimate way, right?
No, not like face to face or anything. No, I was shown various videos to like an ex-boyfriend, like through websites and stuff. But that was because
So you've watched websites of that stuff?
I was shown that through an ex-boyfriend, and then I felt weird about it because I was like way more innocent back then in 2013, and then Harvey was like, "Oh, do you like this? Do you like that?" And I don't want to say too much, but curiosity of like, why is this stuff on the internet? And I dug deeper, and then I found other various videos like horses and things like that, and I was just like, like, why is this a thing?
Why are you even digging into that stuff? That's fucking disgusting. You're absolutely fucking gross.
You know,
yeah, it's very.
why are they turned into games? Why are there videos like this? Why do they exist? Whatever. It's like once they say you go down the rabbit hole, you've gone down the rabbit hole.
So how many of those videos do you think you watched?
Over the years, I stumbled across Mr. Hands.
Oh.
That was one that I.
Did you like it? Sorry, is that too?
I watched that one over and over and over again. I'll just put it that.
What the fuck? For anyone who doesn't know what Mr. Ans is, it's stuff to do with the fucking horse. Yeah, that's fucking foul.
Like, battle yourself in counseling and stuff like that. I wouldn't recommend going back to it or searching it up and then doing what you did in the past with looking it up, because it wouldn't be good for a healing process with the mental state of mind, because you don't want to go back to the root problem. I was shown it by somebody else, and it led down this weird curiosity swoop. And then I went into a Discord, and people would show me stuff.
Oh.
They sent me into servers and stuff, and there's animations and stuff like that. And then they sparked these weird conversations and stuff about my dad. And then it brought up like these, like, I brought up a lot of things from my past. And then that's what led me to then get videos recording of me saying things while.
How many people do you think you've dated in general?
Like, does one night stands count as dating?
Sure, yeah. If you want to put that in.
I basically lost count.
Yeah.
And I went through that whole thing with my mom dying in 2018.
So how many of those were, let's say, under? Do you think?
5.
What? What? Are we for real? Did you just admit to that on live stream? I'm so shocked right now.
From like Tinder.
5 from Tinder?
People in total that were considered teen, yeah.
So it's just because of not because you actually are into that, right?
No, I thought they were 18. They told me they were 18, and I was
right.
Yeah.
Literally every predator says that. You're just using that as an excuse to get away with your crimes.
So how old were they really?
They said they were born in 2005,
All right.
2006. So it was a 2018. So that would have made them 13 years old.
Wow. Sorry.
And I said, how did they get to my house? And they said they either took a bike or their parents dropped them off and they were sitting outside in the driveway.
With those people, did they come to your house and did you guys like, you know, do like
yeah.
So with those people?
Yeah. They actually came to my house and like went down in the basement and everything, and we winded up like. It did not last that long, but it still counts though because it's like, you know, and I used protection and all that stuff, so at least it was that.
Oh, right.
Look, I know I was with a child, but at least I used protection. Am I right, guys? That means I'm innocent, right? You're fucking disgusting.
Because I always made sure to use protection when I was on the internet and stuff, but I was also a lot of stuff too, and I made sure never to give anybody.
So, how many people do you think
in total?
How many people do you think you talked to, or I should say,
8?
8?
About count.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh,
8
maybe
people.
10.
Yeah. Kind of lost count, but I think it might have been somewhere within.
And were you for all of these?
Yeah, I did a lot of over the years.
So 8. Sorry, there's a fly in my room. I'm just kind of.
Yeah, it's hard to get those things out of your room. Yeah.
That's
a lot.
Is your boyfriend aware of that stuff?
Yes. Not some of it, not all of it. He had things like that happen to him as well.
So he's also dated people?
Yeah. He got accused of something like that, at a, fairgrounds. Also, did they get lied to? Or...
Predator dating predator. That's fucking insane. Not really. That's pretty common, actually.
Lied on or whatever, and then stuff happens.
I hope nobody's recording this, Winks. But anyway.
This is just me being honest and me realizing my faults and what I've done.
Yeah, I'm glad you're better now. Like, you're not doing that stuff anymore, right?
Yeah, like if you can realize that you messed up and that if you feel sorry and remorse and you feel bad for what you've done, if you could trust somebody you can talk to about this kind of stuff and you can seek the help, you can figure out what led you to it and why you are where you are.
You guys heard it, guys. As long as you can reflect on what you've done that's bad and know that it's bad, it's all right. It means you've done no wrong. It's fucking disgusting. But yeah, this is the end of the video. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you appreciated this. Don't be like this motherfucker. They're disgusting. Anacondasin. They have a lot of videos made on them. Make sure to like and subscribe, and see ya.